Hi, this is Aaron Mutha Alamare, and today I will be continuing my records into the B's. And I'm starting off with Beck, Odelay. Pretty good record. I'm not a huge Beck fan, but I like his work alright. And this is a big song from this is Where It's At, and then it's also got Devil's Haircut. Pretty good record. And then I've got this record, One Foot in the Grave. Double record. I haven't heard this all that much, so I can't really review it very well, but it's decent, kind of mellower. And then this record was actually recommended to me by Steve, the owner of Budget Audio and Video in Pocatello, Idaho, and it's Sea Change. Kind of a mellower record, but it's really good. It's good to have just on in the background there when you're doing stuff. Pretty decent record here. Then I got Jeff Beck, Blow by Blow. Pretty good guitarist, Jeff Beck. He's good. He's in the Yardbirds, of course. Good record. And Jeff Beck Wired. And there's the label there. Just epic. And then I've got Jeff Beck with the On Hammer Group. And the David Becker Tribute. This is pretty good. It's a kind of jazzy, really good guitarist. Good album. Label there. And then I got some Bee Gees. I'm not a huge Bee Gee fan. I prefer their older stuff. I'm not really into disco, but I got the best of Bee Gees. Actually, my friend Ken Squire gave me this. Ken Squires. Yep. Good record, I guess. It's older Bee Gees. This one here. Yeah, they're pretty common records. Everybody has them. And then my wife really likes this one, so I keep it. And of course it folds out. This has all their big disco hits on it. Not really my thing, but I listen to it occasionally with my wife. She likes it. Then I've got this is a jazzy record, and it's a Harry Belafonte. And then the Islanders, double, one on each side. Label there. And I don't have much rap and hip hop in my collection. I got a few things scattered throughout. This is a Belle Biv DeVoe Poison 12-inch single. My sister really likes them. I was never a hip hop fan or rap fan, but you end up with stuff in your collection. And now we go to Pat Benatar, and this is an original master recording for her first album, In the Heat of the Night. Pretty good record. It's got Heartbreaker, I Need a Lover, pretty good stuff. She's pretty good. I like her. And we got Precious Time by Pat Benatar. And Get Nervous. This one's got Shadows of the Night on it. That's a good song. Then some Live from Earth, Benatar. Yep. And then Seven the Hard Way. And a couple more. Best Shots, Pat Benatar. It's the greatest hits. Got Love is a Battlefield. Hell is for Children. That's a good song. Hit Me with Your Best Shot, of course. Fire and Ice. Pretty good rockin' stuff. And then Tropico. The last one. Got one George Benson record. Give Me the Night. He's pretty good. My best friend's band covered one of his songs on Broadway. They really rocked it out. Made it pretty heavy and really different sounding. It's really interesting. Then Berlin, Love Life. So I have no more words on it. That was a big hit from this one. One of my older records, well, older musically, Chuck Berry, Flashback. Pretty good collection of his stuff. It's good to have some old rock like this, old rock and roll. And it's on, let's see, Pickwick. It's a bluesy country guy. Elvin Bishop, Hog Heaven. And this is the band I'm just getting into. It's my first record by them. They're called Blackberry Smoke. And they're pretty good. I like acoustic. This is an acoustic record they do. I don't know exactly what the rest of their stuff sounds like. I'll have to start listening to them. It's on a pretty cool vinyl there. And here's a good record here. Blackfoot Strikes. Good record. It's got Train on it. They're good. Good classic rock there. Let's see what label this is on. It's on Yatco. And here we got one of my favorite newer bands. Well, newer from, I consider anything past the year 2000 newer. This is the Black Keys, the big come up. I really like the Black Keys. Really good band. This is a little more raw than their later ones. I like this record. They put out some good stuff. And I've got Thick Freakness. Another good record by them. And Rubber Factory. I got some Chulahoma. And Magic Potion. This album is actually what got me into the Black Keys because it has the song Your Touch on it, which was in the movie Zombieland. And I really liked that song. I was like, what is that? And then I discovered this band. Pretty good record there. Attack and Release. Another good record. All their stuff's pretty good. They're a good band. And this is my favorite record of them, Brothers. And this has some really good stuff on it. Everlasting Light. Tighten Up's really good. Black Mud, I love that. It's an instrumental. The Only Ones, really, I like that a lot. Sinister Kid, yeah, this is my favorite record of them. And it's a double record, and it contains a great big, I won't fold it out, but a great big poster with the lyrics on it. And these few records here came with a CD in them, which is pretty cool. And I gave them to my stepdad, Ron Lewis, so he could listen to them. He loves music, so I try to spread it around. And then El Camino, another great record. This is probably the most commercially successful. It's got a couple of the more known songs called Lonely Boy and Gold on the Ceiling, Little Black Submarines. It's a good album, really good album. Then we got Turn Blue. Doesn't matter which way you turn it, it's the same. It's pretty cool. When it's on the turntable, looks pretty good. That's a good record too. And their newest one, Let's Rock. This is a really good record. I like this one a lot. Shine a Little Light. Yeah, it's good. And I'm glad they reissued this one. This is Black Label Society, Sonic Brew. I love Black Label Society. They're really good. Zach Wilde's band, who was a guitarist for Ozzy. For a lot of Ozzy's solo. So the lyrics, they made it into a double record with expanded. And the records look like this. Pretty cool. They both look the same. And yeah, I really like Black Label Society. Yeah, Bored to Tears, that's a great song. Spoken to Will, that's a mellow one, but it's good. Born to Lose, great stuff. And got this one, this is my favorite Black Label Society record, The Blessed Hell Ride. Great record all the way through. Got Stillborn on this, Doomsday Jesus, Stoned and Drunk. Funeral Bells, my favorite. I love Funeral Bells. Real heavy, grooving guitar on white vinyl. And I've also got Scullage, which is a kind of a best of Black Label. Really good record here. It's the first one I had on vinyl of them. This has a couple bonus songs, Blessed Hellride acoustic, Spoken to Will acoustic, and Stillborn acoustic, which are really cool sounding. They're on this translucent green vinyl. And then I got one of my favorite bands from Portland, Oregon, Black and Blue, their first record. I love every song on this. It's really good. They're a really good band. I love Black and Blue. And then, of course, Without Love. It's a promo copy, old gold stamp promo. Really good. This has Bombastic Plastic. What else is on here? That was Without Love's a great song. Miss Misery, Strange Things. Yeah, I love Black and Blue. This is their second record here. Then my favorite Black and Blue record, Nasty Nasty. This is a great record. Every song is killer on this. I hate those plastic inners. And it's a promo copy, and it's got I Want It All, I Want It Now, great song. The title song's great. Kiss of Death is killer, really heavy. 12 O'Clock High is really good. And Do What You Want to Do, that's really good. I'll Be There For You, I thought should have been a huge, huge single for them, and it did fairly well. Best in the Rest has actually Peter Criss appears on it. Gene Simmons produced this. Tommy Thayer, of course, the guitarist, later became the guitarist for Kiss. And it's a great record. And what song is it? I think it's the song Nasty Nasty. It's very, sounds a lot like a song from The Elder, Only You from The Elder. Has the same guitar groove in parts of it. And then their last album they did, In Heat, which was a really, really great album. Another promo copy. Well, gold stamp promo, not the white label. And this is a great record too. Gene Simmons produced it as well. Rock. It starts with Rock On, which is killer. Sight for Sore Eyes, Heat It Up, Burn It Out. The Snake is killer. Live It Up was an anthem song. Great Guns of Fire. Stranger, Gene Simmons co-wrote. Really good, really, really good album. We got some Black Oak, Arkansas, their debut. They're a good classic rock band. Lonesome Dave. Not Lonesome Dave, that's Foghat, excuse me. This is Jim Dandy, he's the singer. I don't know why I got that mixed up, sorry about that. And then we got Raunch and Roll Live. Pretty good record. There he is. Jim Dandy. And I've got some Street Party. And Balls of Fire. And they're Raunch and Roll. That one described them pretty well. They're pretty good. And Hot and Nasty. This is a best of, I think. Yeah. Pretty good stuff. Okay, now I'm getting into my Black Sabbath, which I got a little bit of. And here's their debut, which is a classic record. Every song's good on this. I really, really love Behind the Wall of Sleep. And Evil Woman's one of my favorites. This has that on it. The Warning, every song. It's on the NEMS label. And then I've got a newer version of it here. It's a gatefold. And this has Wicked World on it instead of Evil Woman. So I have two versions. And I've got some Paranoid, of course. Great record. Everyone knows the main songs, but the best songs on this are like Rat Salad and Fairies Wear Boots and Electric Funeral, Hand of Doom. Those are my favorites on here. It's also on NEMS. Then we got some Master of Reality. Great record. Sweet Leaf is on this. Children of the Grave. Into the Void. After Forever. This is a great record. It's on the Green Warner Brothers, and it does have the poster. Pretty cool. Old Black Sabbath poster in it. So make sure I don't hold it upside down. Then we got, of course, next would be Volume 4. Sorry about the glare there. I'll try to correct that. And this, I believe, is, it's also NEMS. This is a really good record, too. Change, Supernaut's great. Change is probably my least favorite. Cornucopia, Snowblind, Under the Sun, a great record. And then Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, another great record. This is an old beat up copy, but it plays really well. It's on the Warner Brothers here. Yeah, National Acrobat's great. Sabracadabra, Killing Yourself to Live. Yeah, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Love Anthrax redid that too. That's a great song. Sabotage, another great one. All these Ozzy ones are really good. Megalomania's on here. Symptom of the Universe. Thrill of It All. This is a really good record. All those old Sabbaths are great. I need a better copy of this. This is a bit beat up. Then their first Best Of album, We Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll. It's a best of those first 6 records. And it's on the white Warner label. Good record. Pretty underrated record here, Technical Ecstasy. I like this a lot. Really like Rock and Roll Doctor, Dirty Woman, Backstreet Kids, Gypsy. This is a good record. Kind of underrated. And Never Say Die, another good record. One of the weaker of the Ozzy ones, but it's still good. I love the title song. It's great. It's a good record. I have a friend of mine that this is his favorite Black Sabbath record here, so everybody likes different stuff. And then I've got Live at Last. Another the live Ozzy era. Then we get into my favorite era of Black Sabbath, which is the Dio era, Heaven and Hell. One of the greatest albums ever made. Every song is amazing. It starts with Neon Nights, it's just Lady Evil's on here, Children of the Sea. Every song, great record. I love Ronnie James Dio's vocals. He's one of my favorite singers, so everything he does, I love. And then my favorite, actually, I prefer this one, The Mob Rules. This album, I love the cover too. You can keep looking at this and find new stuff all over through this cover. Great record. Voodoo, Mob Rules, Sign of the Southern Cross, Turn Up the Night. Great record. Then I got some Live Evil. Another good one. Ronnie James Dio on the vocals live. Can't beat that. And he does a mixture of his songs and Ozzy songs. It's got Neon Nights, NIB, Voodoo, War Pigs, all the stuff you'd expect. Good record. Maybe the most underrated Black Sabbath record ever. I love this record. Born Again. One of my favorites. It's really killer, heavy. Ian Gillan on the vocals. He's one of my favorite singers. Love his Deep Purple work and this is just amazing. Zero the Hero, of course, Stonehenge, Digital Bitch. Every song, Hotline. I love this record. Probably the most underrated. And here's a pretty good one here. Tony Iommi, 7 Star. And this is cool. It's got Glenn Hughes from Deep Purple on the vocals and Eric Singer on drums, which I didn't realize until just about a couple years ago that Eric Singer played on this. And then we got some Dehumanizer. Great record. Heavy. One of the heaviest. Ronnie James Dio back with him. And this is cool. It's a expanded edition. And here's what the records. They're just plain black, but they're cool. And yeah, it's got all the great songs from here, which, this is a great record. Computer God, Time Machine, Buried Alive, great stuff. And it's also got Master of Insanity, a single edit, Letter from Earth, B-side version, Time Machine, Wayne's World version, Children of the Sea live, Die Young live, TV Crimes live, Master of Insanity, After All the Nights, and Neon Nights all live. And it's a killer record. I love Dehumanizer. And got some Forbidden. Not one of my favorites, but it's a decent record. Pretty cool cover, pretty cool back too. And the latest one, 13. I'm missing most of the Tony Martin era, which I'd like to get, but I just haven't run across them. And 13 is Ozzy's back with him on this. Has everybody except for Bill Ward. All the original members except Bill Ward, who I really like a lot. And this is a good album. God is Dead is the song that's on the radio a lot. Good album. Then I got this odd Black Sabbath, Attention, Black Sabbath Volume 1. got Paranoid, Sleeping Village, Warning, Evil Woman, Iron Man, The Wizard, Behind the Wall of Sleep, and NIB. All great songs. And there's the label. You see it there? And then I got this, the Black Sabbath collection, which is a double record, kind of like We Sold Our Souls for Rock and Roll in that vein. It's just Ozzy, best of Ozzy stuff, and Black Sabbath's greatest hits. Same deal here, another best of. They're all good. That's on NEMS. Then I got some Black Sabbath, the best, the ultimate in heavy metal. And I think this is from somewhere odd. I can't tell where. It's not an American or European pressing. Powderworks. And this is it's all Ozzy era too. And then this is a really cool one. It's called the Black Sabbath, the Ultimate Collection. And it's a 4-record set. All Ozzy era of Black Sabbath, and it sounds amazing. Probably the best sounding Black Sabbath I have. And I don't know if I'll be able to do this on here, but it folds way down and then across into a big cross. That's pretty cool. And then it goes way down, all those pictures, and then on the back side, it's a big old cross. And there's 4 records in here. And this album just sounds amazing. Great record. It's got all songs from the first 6 Sabbath records, and it's really great. And then that'll end it for today. I will continue my B's, probably finish them with my next one. And all right, thank you. Viva la metal.